And so is the Golden City blackened, with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven, and doom upon the world.
The chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Gray Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Gray Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. Even be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Welcome to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. I'm Cyrock Omega, and thank you very much for joining me. So, here with my new Let's Play. Oh, I'm looking forward to doing this one. I'm going to be going through this. I'm kind of going to be role-playing a little bit of the character I'm going to be making, and going to be saving the world from evil Darkspawn and stuff like that. So, the first order of business is to create our dude. Or chick, if you will, but yeah, I'm going to be playing as a male character. And the origins here are the 6 backgrounds down here. We'll get to those in a minute. I'll go over these a little bit. So you can choose from being a human, an elf, or a dwarf. Like the standard Tolkien kind of fare. They're not too dissimilar from Lord of the Rings kinds of people like that. So first I'll go over the humans. They can be a warrior, a mage, or a rogue. Both the warrior and the rogue have the same background that they can choose from, the human noble. Born to wealth and power, second only to royalty, you find yourself training in diplomacy and battle, put to the test. Your training in both diplomacy and battle put to the test, as your brother leads the bulk of your family's forces to war in the south. Or you could be a mage, wielding a power as dangerous as it is potent. You know that magic is a curse for those lacking the will to control it. You anxiously await your harrowing? I forget. It's been a long time. The one chance to prove yourself against the demons lurking without and within. Succeed or be slaughtered by the knights who ward against your kind. Those are the two backgrounds you can choose from if you're a human. If you are an elf, you can choose from these as well. Again, if you're a mage, you have the same background as the mage there, the human mage. But if you are a warrior or a rogue, you choose from either being a Dalish elf or a city elf. A Dalish elf, proud of your role as one of the few true elves, you have always assumed you would spend your life with your tribe until a chance encounter with a relic of your people's past threatens to tear you away from everything you have ever known. Or a city elf. You have always lived under the heavy thumb of your human overlords, but when a local lord claiming his privilege with the bride shatters your wedding day, the simmering racial tensions explode in a rain of vengeance. Or you could choose from a dwarf, who cannot be mages though. Both the warrior and the rogue can choose from either of the two backgrounds. The dwarf commoner, born casteless in a land where rank is everything, bound as the lackey and thug of a local crime lord, you have spent your life invisible until chance thrusts you into the spotlight, where you can finally prove whether you will be defined by your actions or your birth. Or you could be a dwarven noble on the other side of things. As the favored child of the dwarven king, you proudly take up your first military command, only to learn that the deadly intrigues of family and sycophants may pose a greater danger than even the battlefield. So we got 6 unique beginnings for the game, depending on what you choose. After the kind of intro, they come together at this one location, where you just kind of go forward from there. So a lot of it is about role playing. Is that you choose how you act on depending on your circumstances that you were in. Like, one might imagine that a dwarven commoner, as it says right there, lacking a thug of local crime lord, would be a little disgruntled, but you could play it any way that you want. None of these are geared towards being good or being bad or anywhere in the middle. You can choose to be a good dwarven commoner or an evil human noble. Actually, that's not really unusual. An evil Dalish elf or something. So yeah, just like any BioWare games, which I love all of them. I love BioWare so very much. You make decisions on, and you gain points of good points or bad points depending on that, and those actually you don't gain good or evil points in this one. You gain more. It's more about influence you have with your companions. But I am going to be choosing a human noble, because I just really like being a warrior. I'm going to be going, for the most part, sword and shield, or maybe two-handed sword. I'll probably switch between the two, because I think I have enough levels where I can kind of choose all of them.
Greetings.
Alright, yeah, we're definitely going to fix this face.
Have lost the spell. I must try another tactic. I need buy, please. Till we meet again. Are you quite sure? No, it is gone. My weapon does nothing. Excuse me.
How do you do?
Oops, where's my head? This is not good. Scoot!
Off I go.
Oh, no, let's not and say we did. Damn! Lost the spell! Not even a scratch! Coming through! Off I go.
Greetings.
All
Well,
right.
that didn't work.
Experienced.
Well,
That's
this is odd.
quite
My
a bit
weapon is
deeper than I'd
useless. Move aside.
I'm trying to think of what actor that is. It sounds like someone from Mass Effect.
Till we meet again.
I think that's Admiral
insane.
Hackett.
Well, that didn't work.
No, that's Zahid. Zahid. Oh, his actor died a little while ago, like a year
I need
or
some
something.
other attack.
Oh wow,
aside.
that's Zahid.
Till
That's
we
awesome.
meet again.
That's still a little. Oh, thinking of making a Zahid
You
character would be
insane.
awesome.
Well, that didn't work. My weapon isn't working.
Greetings.
Greetings.
But
Well, that didn't
that's
work.
not quite what I want to go with. If it
need
wasn't
some other
quite that
attack.
low,
Move aside. Till we meet
then I'd
again.
be fine.
Greetings. Blasted! I've lost the spell!
Mystical.
It is unharmed. I must get by.
I'm a fairy.
Fare you well. No, that won't work at all.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Suave.
I lost the spell. This weapon does nothing. Move aside, please. Farewell. Oh,
Farewell.
no, that won't do. Ah, there went the spell. It's not working.
Greetings.
Ah, my
Nah.
spell! This isn't working. Need some.
You're in my way. Goodbye. Don't be foolish.
Ah, my spell! What does it take to kill these things?
You're in my way. Goodbye.
I actually think I like the tone of violent more than anything. That's kind of
Don't
weird.
be foolish.
Ah, my spell! My weapon does nothing.
You're in my way. Goodbye.
He sounds a little bit.
Don't
Like
be
a dick.
foolish.
Ah, my spell! This isn't working. Need something else.
How do you do?
Oops. Off I go.
Scoot. I wonder how often is he going to say scoot?
No, it is gone.
I'm debating between wise,
Ah,
cocky,
my
and violent.
spell!
I think I might change up the nose a little bit.
Greetings.
Back to voice.
I have lost the spell.
It seems too. It's too kind. I mean, like, I want my dude to be like a kind person, but not
No, it is
sound
gone.
like
I must try another
so
tactic.
kind, you know? I mean, like, tone-wise. I don't even really care as much about what he says as much as just
How do
how
you
he
do?
sounds.
Oops, where's my head?
I think the tone that I want is actually cocky. That's kind of strange. I don't really plan on my dude being very cocky, but that's just kind of the tone that I want him. I wouldn't mind making him a little sarcastic when it's fine. Like, this guy is gonna get along very well with the dude that has this hair. I'm not even gonna give his name, but I mean you'll see. But yeah, I'm digging this guy. I think he looks cooler than the other one that I had. Seems like a cool bro, cool dude. I'll change up his name though. One of the characters, one of my D&D characters that a friend of mine campaign that he was running, I'll go with that name. Ardric. It's a nice regal sounding name. He was a sword mage in the other campaign, and eventually when it comes to it, I'd like to do some magic like sword play kind of thing. We'll see. We won't see about that until like Awakening, which will not be for a very long time. So that's solid. I think he looks cool. But yeah, let's now do some attributions here. I really like having strength. That's good for. You can see right there if you want to pause and see what it says. Go ahead and take a look. There's dexterity. Pause and see. willpower, magic, cunning, constitution. I think I will definitely chalk this up, cunning up to 12. Actually, I'll make it up to 14, and I'll put one more into strength and one more into constitution. One thing that I absolutely love about BioWare's games is all the conversation that you can have. I love talking to my companions. That's seriously some of my favorite parts of the game. So we're going to be going through that in depth. And so this may be kind of slow in places. If you guys really want action, this might not be the best game to watch. But maybe wait until the next Steam sale and it'll be up for $15 and then $7.50 for one day and like 2 days after you bought this game. But yeah, I don't know. I really hope you are sticking around for that kind of the role playing that I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be kind of what I'm gonna be doing with this character. But yeah, cunning. I love being able to persuade people in these games. So cunning is going to be. I think a maximum that I just need of 18 to get like the best kind of persuasion. So we'll go with that. And right there we got coercion. We could do 10 cunning right there. Actually no, just 16. I just need to get 16 and then I'd be able to do that. Like all the rest of these you can pause real quick and see what they are, but I really don't care at the moment. Improve stealing. Stealing's not that bad, like just stealing from chests. But I definitely want coercion. Trap making I don't care about at all. Survival, not too bad. Herbalism, don't care too much. Poison making, don't care. If anything, stealing is what I'd want more than most of these other things. Like coercion definitely, stealing I'd like, survival okay, herbalism kinda. These not until quite a bit later. Actually, I mean these are very good passive abilities, but right now I don't care so much. These you won't need until much later. Alright, so now we got our talents. You got the ones that are standard for warriors. Then there's ones for dual weapons. We're not going to touch those at all. Archery, we're not touching those at all. Weapon and shield, which we've already got one unlocked there. And two-handed. We're going to see about going kind of balanced between these. But, because I really like using... I like doing both. Two-handed is more for damage dealing, where sword and weapon and shield is more defensive. Right now, I think I'd like to do... Let's see here. Probably powerful. Yeah, that's a nice passive ability. I like my passive abilities. And while this one is active, the character drops into a defensive position. Shield block. That's another passive one. The shield improves the character's guard. Enemies can no longer flank the character on the shield carrying side. Oh man, I need a lot more strength to do that one. Like, these require a lot more strength at the moment. Right now I'm set for these. So this one actually needs more dexterity. I'm gonna need to put points in dex. Forgot about that. So I don't know. I don't need to deal with magic at all, I don't think, but the shield block is good. I might be more of a balance between these. I might switch between the two. But shield block seems good for right now. So let's just start this up. And yeah, normal difficulty, definitely.
For generations, your family, the Couslands, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Cousland's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial Darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. Though we both had less grey in our hair then, and we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pup, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad. My daughter Delilah
And you,
asked
Arl Howe.
after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time.
Hey there, Delilah.
To what end, he says?
To what end?
And so glib. The boy's a whip like his father.
See what I contend with, Hal? You can't tell my fierce boy anything these days, Maker bless his heart.
Temperament to match his fighting skill. Well done, your lordship.
At any rate, Pup, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle. Now, that's what
I'll
I'd like
do my
to
best,
hear.
Father.
Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
Ow. I hurt
It is an
myself.
honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Cousland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Gray Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Gray Wardens are, I hope.
Not
They defeated the
permanently, I fear.
Darkspawn long ago.
Without their warning of the Darkspawn rising now, half the nation could have been overrun before we'd had a chance to react. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow Wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about.
You did just
there a
finish
reason I
saying
shouldn't join
that
them?
Gray Wardens are heroes, old friend.
I have not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone? In the meantime, find Fergus.
Of course.
And tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me. Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt.
Where's Fergus?
Spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Alright, we're starting this up. Soldier's Pass. Feast Day gifts. Feast Day crisps. Coda credits. Feast Day pranks. Feast Day pranks credits. Dankin. Hiver. Father's Task. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff just piling in. So how similar would you say that my character and my father actually look? I don't quite know. So alright, let's
Shouldn't you be off to your
let's
brother?
talk to
as
Daddy
I
here.
asked?
You should be alright.
When the king
Sending all our
demands it.
forces south, good idea.
In fact, not sending our forces south would be a distinctly bad idea. Don't worry, pup. You shouldn't see many problems, but I want you to prepare the men left here, in case. Legends of the Blights tell of horrible
In case
things.
of what?
These Darkspawn once threatened many lands. If we can't hold them, you must prepare for the worst.
I'll do
I
my
know you
best,
will.
Father. I swear.
J.R.R. Cousland, after all. But let's not speak of ominous things. We shall assume that all will go well, and the Maker will watch over us. Your
Are
brother
you
and I
sh-
go into battle.
are you sure
Not
you'll
an
be all
afternoon
right?
tea. Who knows what will happen to us? I will tell you, however. You're my cherished son. I love you. And I trust you completely to carry on the Cousland name if the worst should happen. But don't worry about me, dear boy. You'll have enough to occupy your mind while I'm gone. I'll talk to you soon. Just let me
I'll go
finish my
now.
meeting with Duncan.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking, but I'm gonna move that to number 1 right now. Got my little bow, and I've got. What was I saying? I'm just gonna be recording this entire origin story essentially all at once, so this might be a couple episodes.
Yes?
We will see. Arl, how?
We fought
How
together
long
under
have you
King
and
Marek
Father
when he
been friends?
drove the Orlesians out of Ferelden. Heady times. The years since have not held the same promise. It's not something a youth would understand. It will be good to ride beside your father again. Your father hasn't spoken
Even
about
King
time
Marek?
with him? That man took care of his friends. As they say, he was large as life and twice as tall. It's too bad Kalen isn't half that. I think of him
You don't think
as
much of
much
King
as
Kalen?
he thinks at all.
That's enough, Hal. You speak of our king.
Excuse me.
Oh, the boy did ask, your lordship. As per the latitude you allow. I merely offered my opinion.
Oh well.
The topic has come up
Your
from
daughter
time
is
to
interested
time.
in me?
The young and their infatuations. I'm sure that
I got
was
the impression
years
Delilah
ago.
didn't like me.
People change. To be honest, I have no expectations. And your father seems determined to let you find your own way. If something did happen, well, we'd address it as befits a family of our stature.
Of course.
I'm sure there will be much
We'll see.
to discuss once I return.
Seems a little jerky. I might need to fix that. I trust the delay of
Poor
with
weather,
your men
I
is
believe.
nothing serious.
Their progress has been slow, but it's nothing you need worry about.
Ooh, this is kind of really choppy here.
In a manner of
You
speaking,
told my father the delay
if I
was your
had
fault.
reinforced our border levies earlier, my troops could have left before the rains. I confess, my confidence in your father allowed me some complacency. I guess that makes it as much his fault.
I just want to wish you well,
I-
Arl Howe.
Thank you. That is quite unnecessary.
Okay, now I really need to turn down those graphic things. I might just cut this. Oh wow, yeah. Lots happening here. I'm gonna cut the video here. This might not be the end of a video, but I'm going to stop this recording and see how this goes down.